guys, my name is Kay Avestel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about prom. Yep, the one and only prom. I can already hear everybody groaning and or cheering in the background. Okay, so one thing I'm going to say, I'm really excited for prom this year because if you guys don't know, I'm a senior in high school and I've never been to prom before. I've been to homecoming and I actually was elected for to be on like the squad or whatever for homecoming queen, which was actually really cool and I actually really enjoyed that. So I don't know, I've never been to prom though, so this is gonna be like a first time experience for me. And I already have my dress picked out and my shoes, so I'm gonna put that on screen so you guys can see it because I'm really excited and I've had them forever. So the reason for making this video is the fact that I have a few things to say about prom, including stories, some false expectations, and all of that jazz, and I kind of wanted to include in this video just because I'm kind of excited and I want to tell you guys what I think about it. Also, I'm going to be posting a few little prom things on my Twitter, Instagram, and my Snapchat, so if you guys want to add me on any of those, I will be posting there about it, so yeah. Anyway, so I guess the first thing I want to talk about was just a few false expectations I had growing up about prom and what I think about them now. So the first thing that I have to talk about is just like getting a date in general. So I don't know, I guess when I was a young kid, I was under the impression that guys always had to ask the girl and guys had to go all out, and it was unheard of a girl to ask a guy to prom, and you know, and it had to be like the super cool I think it's called a promposal thing. I don't know, but it's like a thing where like you like write on the paper and like do all that stuff. So I always had this like huge like expectation of that, and then now that I'm getting older, older in the sense of like, I don't know, I guess just I'm about to graduate high school and stuff. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of asking somebody to prom being a lot more simplistic. I don't know, I feel like the people who go out about, you know, asking someone to prom are super cool. I really like a lot of the stuff that I've seen on them. Granted, some of them are a little bit cringy, but we're talking about prom and everything's cringy, so. But I kind of like how asking someone to prom, at least from where I am, has gotten a lot more simplistic than it used to be. So a lot of people here don't actually focus on going with their significant other if they have one. They don't even focus on it being this super big thing where they have to find the one at prom, which when I was younger, that's what it was all about. It was, you know, everyone in the school wanted to go with like their Prince Charming or their person they had a crush on to prom, and I thought that was kind of, I don't know, at the time I thought it was like, oh my god, it's a huge deal, but now that a lot of people are actually going with just like friends or, you know, people that they're close to and just kind of having a good time, it's kind of nice to see, and I'm actually excited to see that from people. I'm taking pictures for your book, so if there's any chance that I can get where people just look happy and smiling, and I can get that on a picture, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I guess another thing I want to talk about was just the fact that the concept behind prom king and prom queen. So once again, when I was younger, I grew up around a bunch of like Disney movies and Barbie movies and all this stuff where like getting to be the prom king or the prom queen was just like huge, ginormous thing, and for some people it is, and in that case I can't really judge them. It's up to everybody has their own opinion. But when I was younger, it used to be this thing where like I dreamed of getting it because a lot of girls would say when I was younger, like, if you don't get prom queen or yada yada yada, then you're just, you know, you're not cool, you're not popular and stuff like that. And while prom king and prom queen is a super cool idea, and I kind of like the idea behind it, I also feel like from what I know now, it's somewhat less competitive. Granted, when I was on like the squad, I don't even know what you call it, the homecoming royalty, when I was like on that little committee thing, I did see some girls getting hurt over the fact that they weren't chosen for a homecoming queen, which I can understand. It can be a huge thing for guys and girls alike. It can be a huge thing for people, but I kind of like the fact that it seems like this year at my school people are really chill about it, and last year it seemed like they were really chill about it as well. It didn't seem like this super huge thing that was like, oh, if I don't get it, that's the end of the world. It's just like, let's be happy for the person that did get it. When I was younger, I used to like go to my older sister's like prom stuff, like, and I would watch a grand march, and I would go take pictures with her when she was older and stuff like that, like when she was like in high school and stuff like that. I was pretty young at the time. So seeing all these girls at that time, I would see some of her friends get really worked up about it, or like they'd get kind of upset about it. And luckily my sister's never really been someone who's been super aggressive about it. She's always been really relaxed, and I don't think she's really ever had, I don't know, a big reason to get upset about it. In my eyes, my little sister's freaking beautiful, so I don't know. If it were up to me, I definitely would have chosen her to be prom queen. But I don't know. I had a good role model in my life that kind of taught me that getting prom king and prom queen is more of just something to add to your collection of memories, and if you don't get it, that's okay, because a lot of the time you know the people who do get it, and it's okay to be happy for them. And like my brothers and the people that they went with, they've always taught me as well, like, prom is something that's more of something where you go to make memories with people. It's not always about status or anything like that. And in some cases it is. I won't say it's the same for every school, but in my area, it's more of just like a fun thing that people do, and I don't know. Not something that is taken like over the top seriously. Granted, I do see some people getting really worked up about it. I can't say there's none, but I just feel like there's less than there used to be. Another thing that I kind of was given the impression of is that at prom, people are meant to look like freaking models, okay? Because I didn't realize it when I was young. I don't think anyone really did, but like, for example, when I was young and I was watching all those Disney movies and stuff like that, a lot of the actors who portrayed high school students were adults. And in a lot of cases, in a lot of movies and TV shows, those people still are adults. But to a young kid's mind, you know, I thought that was what a teenager looked like. So for a long time, I was really confused. I was like, okay, why is it when I go to prom, nobody looks like that glammed up, like one of those models? And I realized, oh, after a while, I realized that, oh yeah, it's a TV show. Obviously, that's not what it's like in real life. I'm really impressionable, so I can't really fault Disney or anything like that. Obviously, I sorted it out when I like kind of saw my older sister going to prom and stuff like that. Granted, a lot of those dresses are so gorgeous, like that I see in prom. There are some very beautiful ones. I really like how everybody dresses up, and I really like seeing everybody kind of get fancy and, like, I don't know, really putting care into like their appearance a bunch and stuff like that. I don't know. I like that. I like to see people doing that just because, I don't know, I think it's a fun thing to be a part of. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go to prom and like get in my dress, and I'm not like a super huge person for wearing dresses, but it's not that I don't like it. I just don't always have the chance to do stuff like that because I'm always doing other stuff that is either working or schoolwork and stuff like that, or watching my cousins. So the fact that I get a night to, you know, feel like I'm able to dress up and stuff like that is actually really nice. I'm actually really happy about that, and I'm really excited. Also, being able to kind of do it with my little sister is also going to be really fun. Me and my little sister go to different schools, so I won't be able to go with her. But it's kind of nice to be able to do that with somebody. And like, I got to see her dress and her shoes, and I got to see her last year and all her, the way she did her hair and the way she did her makeup, and I thought it was beautiful. Like, I thought it was so gorgeous. So I'm really excited for this year because I'll be able to like kind of experience it alongside my little sister and stuff like that. And I'm kind of hoping that I'll get to go to her grandma so I can get some pictures and stuff like that for her, and, you know, just make it like a good memory. So I'm actually really excited. I guess the one downside to prom and stuff like that is just the fact that I feel like a lot of people take their friends for granted, and I'm guilty of that at times. I can't say that I'm not guilty of that at all. But I had an experience the other day where I was asked by a friend of mine if I would give them a ride to a prom and drive them around the city all night and do all this crazy stuff. And I won't name her name for obvious reasons, but I asked her, I was like, oh, well, can I hang out with you guys? And she was very blatant about telling me no, and I was like, oh, okay. So I guess, like, the fact that that's a situation that I've seen is not very nice. And I've seen another friend of mine get really hurt because, I don't know, I don't like getting into high school drama a bunch, but like, her best friend was going with her ex-boyfriend or whatever, and they were like, you know, being sussy about it. I don't know. I guess there are some situations where like it's not always the best stuff to do. I don't know. I've seen some situations where it's not always pretty, and I don't know. I just kind of hope that, I don't know, this is like a good memory and I can kind of put all that high school drama behind me. I've never been someone that's like super involved with it, but I've seen other people be heavily involved with it, and I just kind of hope that at prom it's civil. I'm super pumped, I'm ready, and I'm excited, and if it's prom season for you, I just kind of wonder, are you planning on going? If you are gonna go, are you gonna dress up? Are you gonna stay for the entire prom? Are you gonna do the grand march? Just, I don't know. I kind of hope that I can hear from you guys back as well. Anyway, thank you for 350 subscribers. I'm kind of hoping that we'll get to 400 pretty soon. Hopefully by the end of April. That's kind of my goal for this year, for 400 subscribers, because that'll be the most amount of subscribers I've ever gotten. And yeah, thank you for being supportive, and have a great day, keep dreaming, and bye.
You were just lost, but now you find